So I'm a certified professional coach, and in that, people often ask me what were some of my biggest takeaways or unexpected takeaways from my training and becoming a coach. Two of the things that have changed the most are my level of judgment and my level of curiosity. And I think from a judgment standpoint, it's not that before I was this tremendously judgmental person who hated everybody or judged every single person I came across. Quite the opposite, really. I always found myself to be quite accepting and loving. But, we're raised in a certain way, and often we are trapped in our own chains of past experience before we decide to start looking out to the rest of the world for information and education. So certainly, as an example, if you go to the airport, it's the best people watching in the world. You see thousands of people from all over the place, and different people talk and walk and dress and act and behave in all sorts of different ways. And so there's easy judgments to be made on a multitude of levels. And so now as a coach, I've been taught that for all of my clients, every single one of them is exactly who they should be for the life they've led up until that moment. And literally every single second. And had I been born to their parents the moment that they were born and lived every single second and had every single experience and thought and reaction to those experiences that person had, I would literally be showing up the exact same way. And so for me to insert judgment what somebody should or shouldn't be doing doesn't make any sense for me to judge them that they should be anything that they're not, because they're exactly who they should be. That being said, so now if I don't understand where they're coming from, now that gives me an opportunity to be curious. And so while my level of judgment has decreased because I'm now more aware that there's nothing really to judge, my level of curiosity has increased. And I say that in a sense of not just increased naturally, but intentionally. So now if I see somebody who has apparently extremely different way of being compared to my own, and I interact with them, I have an opportunity to, instead of saying, oh my gosh, why do they like that? To say, oh my gosh, that's interesting. Why are they like that? And be genuinely curious about it. Why is that person showing up in that way? And what must it be like to be like them in the rest of their life compared to my life, which is obviously so different? And the more you start to cultivate curiosity, the more you start to look at the world as a wondrous place that can really create an adventure for you every day. Curiosity is also a powerful place for momentum. If you've already decided that you know what's on the other side, if you already know everything, then there's nothing really to move forward for. But if you're constantly curious, I think Einstein was obviously an extremely curious individual and he took it to the extreme. But if we, the rest of us, who are not necessarily Einstein, are constantly curious about what our life has to offer, what every situation has to offer, what every experience, what every individual that comes into our life has to offer, and where they came from and how we can learn from that to grow and be something that we prefer to be, or not. Be sure that we're not being something that we prefer not to be. It's another opportunity. Anyway, I really just wanted to say, be more curious, be less judgmental. Judging slows you down, it keeps you still, it keeps you in a place that is not growing. Curiosity does the opposite. Curiosity is about growth and awareness and servitude.